Shalom and welcome back to the Hebrew Foundations channel. Today, we journey into the powerful and timeless story of Noah found in Genesis chapter 6 to 9. This is a story of judgment, obedience, faith, and Yahuah's promise to his creation. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help us spread this important message. A heartfelt thank you to those who continue to support this ministry. May Yahuah bless you abundantly. Parents, we encourage you to use this video as a teaching tool for your children. Now let's get started. Our story begins during a time when humanity had fallen into corruption. Genesis 6:5 tells us, "And Yahuah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually." Yahuah was grieved by the wickedness of humanity. Verse 6 says, "And it repented Yahuah that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. He decided to cleanse the earth of its corruption through a great flood. But in the midst of this darkness, one man found favor in his eyes, Noah. Noah was a man who was righteous, blameless in his generation, and walked with Yahuah. Some readings suggest that Noah being blameless reflects his genetic purity as well as his moral integrity. The Hebrew word for blameless is tamim, H8549 in the Strong's Concordance, which conveys the idea of being complete, whole, or without blemish. Early in Genesis chapter 6, we see the mixing of the sons of Yahuah with the daughters of men in verse 2. Many suggest that the sons of Yahuah mentioned here refers to Malikim or angels, aligning with the book of Enoch's account of the Watchers taking human wives, ultimately resulting in giants roaming the earth, as mentioned in verse 4 of Genesis chapter 6. While there are several interpretations regarding the sons of Yahuah, what is clear is that the wickedness of humanity was great, leading Yahuah to declare his decision to destroy man, beast, creeping things, and birds of the air. However, Noah was blameless and found grace in the eyes of Yahuah, standing out as faithful and obedient in a corrupt world. This reflects Noah's moral integrity and faithfulness, making him uniquely suited to carry out Yahuah's plan in a corrupt and wicked world. Yahuah gave Noah a command to build an ark, a massive wooden vessel that would preserve him, his family, and a remnant of life on earth. In Genesis chapter 6 verses 14 to 16, Yahuah provides Noah with exact instructions for the ark's construction. It was to be made of gopher wood, sealed with pitch, and built to specific dimensions, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. In modern measurements, this would be approximately 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Genesis chapter 7 verses 1 through 4 reveals that Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their wives were also to enter the ark, totaling 8 people. Yahuah also commanded Noah to take pairs of every kind of animal, male and female, into the ark. Additionally, 7 pairs of clean animals were to be brought, as they would later be used for sacrifices. The animals, along with Noah and his family, entered the ark as Yahuah had instructed, and Yahuah himself shut them in, sealing them safely inside. Then Yahuah said, "For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights." The countdown to the flood had begun. In Genesis chapter 7, verses 11 to 12, we read that on the 17th day of the 2nd month, the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. Rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights, covering the highest mountains. Everything outside the ark perished, just as Yahuah had warned. But Noah, his family, and the animals inside the ark were safe. At the end of the 40 days and 40 nights of rainfall, Yahuah remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. Yahuah made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The flood waters covered the earth for 150 days before they began to recede. In the 7th month, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. 40 days later, Noah sent out a raven to see if the waters had dried. However, the raven did not return. Next, he sent out a dove that returned, finding no place to land. A week later, Noah sent the dove again, and it returned with an olive leaf. This was a sign that the waters had receded. Finally, after sending out the dove a 3rd time, it did not return, signaling that the earth was dry. When Noah and his family exited the ark, the first thing they did was build an altar and offer sacrifices to Yahuah. Yahuah was pleased and made a covenant with Noah and all living creatures. In Genesis chapter 9 verses 12 to 13, Yahuah said, "This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth." The rainbow is a reminder of Yahuah's promise never to destroy the earth by flood again. Yahuah said in Genesis chapter 9 verse 16, "And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth." This covenant shows Yahuah's enduring mercy and faithfulness to his creation. What can we learn from this awesome story? First, obedience matters. Noah's willingness to obey Yahuah, even when the task seemed impossible, saved his family and preserved life on earth. Second, Yahuah keeps his promises. The rainbow reminds us of Yahuah's covenant and faithfulness to his creation. Third, judgment and mercy go hand in hand. The flood was an act of judgment, but Yahuah's mercy preserved a righteous remnant to rebuild. Fourth and last, faith in action is vital. Noah's faith was demonstrated through his actions, showing us that true faith requires both trust and obedience. The story of Noah is a witness of Yahuah's justice, mercy, and faithfulness. As we reflect on this story, let us strive to walk in obedience, trust in Yahuah's promises, and live as a light in a dark world. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to support this ministry. Until next time, shalom, and may Yahuah's blessings be with you all.